Caroline Kennedy urged the Senate on Tuesday not to confirm her first cousin, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., as President Donald Trump's health secretary, describing him as perverse. In a letter to senators, she expressed her concerns, stating, "I have known Bobby my whole life. We grew up together. It's no surprise that he keeps birds of prey as pets, because he himself is a predator." The letter, obtained by the Daily Beast and initially reported by the Washington Post, was sent on the eve of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s confirmation hearings, as the Senate considers his nomination for the position of Secretary of Health and Human Services under Trump. Caroline Kennedy described troubling incidents from their past, mentioning that his basement, garage, and dorm room were places where drugs were available. She recalled how he would show off by blending baby chickens and mice to feed his hawks, creating scenes of despair and violence. As a former ambassador to Australia, Caroline Kennedy also accused her cousin of hypocrisy, labeling his anti-vaccination campaign as fraudulent. She claimed he vaccinated his own children while warning others about the dangers of childhood vaccinations. According to the Daily Beast, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. earned millions from a nonprofit he founded that spread anti-vaccine messages. However, he failed to disclose to federal auditors, an obligation for presidential candidates and cabinet nominees, the hundreds of thousands he profited from the group. Caroline Kennedy described Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as a recovering addict who dragged some of his siblings and cousins into substance abuse while he continued to misrepresent, lie, and deceive throughout his life. The Kennedy family has faced numerous tragedies, including the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy in 1963 and his brother Robert F. Kennedy in 1968 during his presidential campaign. In her letter addressed to top Republicans and Democrats on the two Senate committees considering Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination, Caroline Kennedy highlighted the impact these assassinations had on her generation of Kennedys and how she believes her cousin exploited them. She acknowledged Bobby's strength in overcoming illness and addiction, praising his discipline and ongoing commitment. Caroline Kennedy recounted other family tragedies, such as Rosemary Kennedy's botched lobotomy approved by their father, Joseph Kennedy, which led to her lifelong institutionalization. She also mentioned the death of her brother John F. Kennedy Jr., who died in a plane crash in 1999 while flying to Martha's Vineyard for Rory Kennedy's wedding. The letter also referenced other family losses, including Michael Kennedy's death in a ski accident in 1997 and David Kennedy's fatal drug overdose in 1984. More recently, Saoirse Kennedy Hill, a granddaughter of Robert F. Kennedy and Ethel Kennedy, died of a drug overdose at the family's compound in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, in 2019. Caroline Kennedy expressed her reluctance to speak out until now, emphasizing the difficulty of remaining silent when Bobby exploited her father's image and distorted President Kennedy's legacy for his failed presidential campaign. She criticized him for seeking a job with Donald Trump and for using their family tragedies for publicity. The Senate Finance Committee is scheduled to hold a hearing on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination on Wednesday.